Hello and welcome to my channel. Recently I have wanted to do a video regarding spring as well as my care routine in the morning, so let's get right into it. I wanted to show you guys some of the products I use because I'm a big advocate for trying to find toxic-free ingredients. As you saw, some of my morning routine consists of my tallow balm as well as some items like my apple cider vinegar for my hair. I try to source out clean ingredients as much as I can. Some of the items you see, I use an app called Yuka to kind of test what is in them. I love that app. I am not sponsored, but it kind of shows me what they rate. This mascara, for example, is waterproof and all natural, and it rates 100 out of 100 on that app. And I like it because it explains the ingredients to me. Now, for my eyeshadow and my cheeks, I use beetroot powder as well as cocoa powder and arrowroot powder. And then I also want to say that my concealer, I'm waiting on my Tubes & Co. concealer, so I'm just finishing up my CoverGirl stick, which is not good for you at all. But, you know, life happens, we order things, and I'm very excited to continue to refresh my makeup routine. This week's video may be slightly shorter than others as I am going to see my sister and grandma who came up from downstate. So today I'm going to make some zucchini muffins and then just clean as I always do so that I can have a fresh start for baking and prepping food. In our home, I try to source out toxic-free ingredients as much as I can. However, I still use regular sugar, regular flour, and this is because I'm slowly switching over to alternate ingredients. And sometimes when you're at the store, they don't have the one you like. For the sugar, for example, they were all out of organic, and that was the only one on the shelf that I could grab. You know, sometimes things happen where we can't use the better item, and that's okay. Sometimes we have to give ourselves grace and use what's available. And for me, sometimes it's a price issue. We only have 3 people in our family, and sometimes buying a bulk item doesn't work for us necessarily because it may go bad. I am working on preserving as well as storing, but for now, slowly switching over to better ingredients is what we've been doing in our home. My daughter doesn't eat very many vegetables, and by that I mean anything green she tends to push away. So making muffins with zucchini in them, she actually will eat them, and it's one way that I can get some ingredients in her, get some vegetables in her. You know, sometimes green things doesn't necessarily sit well with my daughter. I was prepping my sourdough starter because I am going to make bread tomorrow, and as you saw, that was what our breakfast consisted of. I love Easy Saturdays because it allows me to bake and really think about the foods and the ingredients that we are going to eat for the rest of the week. I have started a process of prepping food and snacks so that I can just grab them in the fridge versus going to the store, buying a processed muffin because it's easier. To me, honestly, this is easier. I just make it, I use maybe one day to prep, and then it's in my fridge all week. So simple, and it's much, much cheaper. One small thing to discuss, recently I looked into raw milk as well as trying to find a place that can grain mill. We live in a state that does not allow for the sale of raw milk, so this is a little disappointing. However, we live very close to an Amish store that can mill grain for free. I'm assuming you have to purchase their grain, and they also have the least processed milk that I could find around due to the sale illegal sale of raw milk in our state. They actually told me that they do their best to make it as least processed as possible for their consumers. So maybe in another video or later video I can do another Amish haul like I did in a previous video, and I can get some of those products. I cannot wait for spring to get here. It's just around the corner. We had all of our snow melt and we are starting to plant some seeds. You can see what we do on my porch, as our landlord doesn't mind, and certain things that I've planted in containers before that I'm replanting this year because I know they work. But other than that, I am looking forward to seeing you next week as we'll go over seeds and more prep for our garden. I hope you have a wonderful week, and thanks for viewing my video.